Morning. Time now 5:37 on Wednesday morning. Just about to go over the Dartford crossing. Heading towards Southampton. Yesterday, just to recap, trying to think what I did. Where did I go yesterday? Oh yeah, I was up in Rugby, that's it. Was I up in Rugby? Couldn't have been. Oh, hang on a minute. I was in Poole. Tuesday, yeah, that's it, Tuesday. Loaded down in Poole. I had to be down in Poole for 12 o'clock. You saw me go in and out, which I did. Then headed up here and I overnighted in services. So I left there at just after 3 this morning. Got up to Gateway, refueled on the docks, box off. I'm running an empty skelly down to Southampton now, where I'll pick up another fully loaded box and go to Milton Keynes. And then from Milton Keynes I think it's back to Southampton. Not too sure how far. They go on with that framework over there. Not sure how far I'll get back. I've been to this place in Milton Keynes before now. Into the Garden of England, Kent. Stop on the way down, take a break. Again, yeah, got it. So that's my Wednesday taken care of. Beautiful morning. Saw the fox in Gateway. Last night when I was in Cobham, I was parked up and this Romanian truck pulls in, had Romanian plates on it. There's a young girl driving. She must have been early 20s. Do you think she could get it into a bay? Oh my word, she was all over the place. The problem with the bays there, which used to catch me out when I first started going in there, so I know exactly where she was going wrong. was that on her side they're narrow at the front, but they get wider at the back, so the lines aren't parallel. So you follow a line and you think, oh, I'm a foot away from the line, but the trouble is you go in and you follow an angle, so your nose isn't in the right position. You're sticking out. You know, it doesn't work like that. You have to forget the lines either side of you and just make sure there's equidistance between the lines as you reverse back into the bay. And of course she was following the line and getting herself into all sorts of commotion. 2 or 3 other guys got out and tried to help her. Well, they did help her, you know, they got her in there in the end. But I did feel for, I thought, shall I get out? But these guys are obviously Romanian, they can speak the language, so I thought there's no point in me going down there, I can't speak Romanian. So I sort of hid away a bit and let her get on with it. But I did feel for the girl. Having been in that position myself, I know what it's like. It's not fun, because you think everyone's looking at you. And they are, you know. But what was nice was 3 or 4 blokes all got out and tried to help. My thoughts were though, I wonder what would have happened if that was just a bloke doing it. Would other people get out and find out? Newbury's a favourite one. That's an awkward spot to get into. So some of the Newbury spaces are awkward to get into, around by the petrol station there, because it's difficult you can't see how far you're getting back and how far the other trucks are sticking out. Because once you get back after a certain distance, you're blind. Thumbs up from the dude. And always get out and try and wave people back them in. Always do that. If I can help, I'll help. I don't mind jumping out. I ain't gonna fucking sit there and watch them struggle. That's just, why would you do that? Yeah. You know, I've never had anyone go fuck off. Everyone's been, oh, cheers for that fella. It's a rarity sort of thing, and it is a rare. Yeah, a lot of people just, you see it on Facebook, don't you, and in the forums. They'd rather sit there and fucking film you than get out and help you. Wankers. Should be helping each other out. Warm in here now. Come on, what's going on? Cold earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna have a break along here somewhere. Before we get down a bit further. Before I do. I've done 2 hours driving, so I've got time to play with. It's not going to be clacking. It might be Cobham, it might be Fleet. I suspect it'll be Fleet. Some of the week. Although it's only 5:45, it's more nappy time break. I don't even have breakfast. Yeah, beautiful morning, sun broke, so there was the first light was way before 4 o'clock, see the sunrise. I think it's supposed to get warmer towards the weekend, which is good. It's my birthday. I'm fucking 54. How on earth I've got to the age of 54, I do not know. I always thought when I was younger I'd die young, purely and simply the amount of abuse I gave to my body, physically, mentally, alcoholically, I don't know how I survived. So it's about, you know, 50 foot is a bit of an achievement. So I don't know what I've got planned. I've been busy planning the gorgeous Kira's birthday. I've booked an Elvis tribute. 250 quid for an hour. Fuck, you know, he better be good. I've seen him on video, and he is good. Still, 250 quid. That's not a bad hourly rate, is it? So we bought a marquee for the garden, 6 metres by 3. Plan the food next. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. Chicken. Yeah, going to keep it pretty simple. So I'm not too sure. I'm not big on birthdays for myself, to be honest with you. I've never really celebrated them, even as a kid. It just wasn't really a thing. Yeah, I remember having a party as a kid. Yeah, never. And so it continued throughout adult life. Never celebrated. It wasn't until I met the gorgeous Kira that she organised my 50th. Otherwise I'd have done, but I wouldn't have done nothing. I never celebrated any of the other sort of milestones. They actually, I'm not 40th. They put on a do down the pub, down my local. Expecting me to sort of turn up and go, "Ooh, look, surprise." Thing is, I didn't go to the pub that night. Fucking hell. Yeah. I drove down the Line Regis on my own and had fish and chips on the cob down there. And then drove back. I didn't even go out, didn't even have a pint. Yeah. Funny old world, isn't it? Don't like a fuss. So I'm hoping this weekend is going to be low key. Don't mind going out for dinner. Quite enjoy that. Tucking off. I'm doing 56. Came out of Cobham Services, went completely the opposite direction this morning. Like an idiot. Had to then go back a junction and come back the right way. Following the M25 van now. No, staying there. He's good fucking bumps, and yeah, he's on a mission. So we're around the bottom of the M25, going clockwise now, heading towards Southampton. Back the way I came this morning. Nothing on the back, running empty. I've got a skelly trailer. When I say skelly, skeleton. No box. Filled up with fuel, 280 odd litres. I was in the red. Trying to overtake me on the inside. Bastard. He didn't do it. He's all over the place though. Right up his arse. Degrees. Lovely. Could be a sport show today. Right, well I think I'll leave you for now. I'm going to go back to my coffee and Radio 4, see what else I can learn. I learned something yesterday. I didn't know this in the state of Florida in America, that if you have committed of a crime, you lost your right to vote. You never get it back. So let's say you got done for, I don't know, theft or drink driving or something like that. You lose your right to vote forever. That's now been appealed and overruled. But that law had been going on. That law had been going on since the late 1800s. And what it was designed to do, and this is the shocking thing, what it was designed to do, that law was put in place back in the late 1800s, was to stop people from having the vote, i.e. black people. And they'd be arrested on trumped up charges, convicted, therefore they didn't have the vote. Fucking bad is that? And what made it worse is that law wasn't overturned until, I think it was 2016. 2016. I just struggle with it. You know, I mean, I think it would be fair to say that if you were in prison, I mean, I can see, you know, if in today's society where we'd like to think that convictions are proper convictions, and there's been no skullduggery or any fuckwittery, that it's a genuine safe, otherwise, you know, what faith, we must have some faith in the judicial system. I know it's not always fair, that's a different story altogether, but if you're in prison and it's time to vote, then I think if you're in, you've obviously done something wrong, so you lose that liberty whilst you're incarcerated, whilst you're inside doing time, then you lose that right, you lose that privilege. Because clearly, you know, you're in prison to be for a reason, but then you could argue the case to say that you're in prison and you're being re-educated and being reformed, so therefore you should have a right to vote on what's going to happen when you're released. Two sides to every story, isn't it? So I don't know. I don't know. So, but the biggest statistic that they didn't speak about on the program actually was that up until 2016, 10% of the population of Florida could not vote because they had convictions. 10%. That's mad. In my mind, that's a massive. 10% of the population have had convictions, therefore they lost their civil liberties and are unable to vote. 10%. Wow. I think I find that statistic just as scary as the one that I wasn't aware that you lost your liberty, your right to vote to start on with, if you're convicted. Yeah. I'm a bit of a Radio 4 convert at the moment. Quite enjoying it. Learn something new every day, and like I said, every day is a school day. Yeah, every day is a school day. So on that note, I shall bid you farewell, and I'll speak to you possibly later on. Bye.